Stakeholders in curriculum implementation. Who are involved in the curriculum and curriculum development? These are the persons who we call the stakeholders. Stakeholders are individuals or institutions that are interested in the curriculum. You must be one of them. Together with the teachers, school managers, parents, and even the whole community have the interested in the curriculum. Hi, I am Zinay Kalin Ibalia, and today we will all meet them in this lesson. Number 1. Learners at the center of curriculum. For a particular curriculum design mentioned earlier, the learner is placed at the center. Learners have more dynamic participation from the planning, designing, implementing, and evaluating. Learners in the elementary or college level, they can make or break curriculum implementation by their active and non-involvement. After all, learners together with the teachers place action to the curriculum. At the end of the curriculum development process, the fundamental question asked is, have the students learned? Number 2. Teachers are curricularists. Teachers are stakeholders who plan, design, teachers implement, and evaluate the curriculum. The most important person in the curriculum implementation is the teacher. Teachers' influence upon the learners cannot be measured. Better teachers foster better learning. But teachers need to continue with their professional development to contribute to the success of curriculum implementation. A teacher designs, enriches, and modifies the curriculum to suit the learner's characteristics. As curriculum developers, teachers are part of textbook committees, teacher selection, school evaluation committee, or textbook and module writers themselves. Number 3. School leaders are the curriculum managers. Principals and school heads too have the important roles in curriculum implementation process in schools. They should understand fully the need for change in the implementation process. They should be ready to assist the teachers and the students in the implementation. Communication line should be open to all concerned should the school leaders lead in curriculum teamwork. Convincing the parents on the merits of the new curriculum is the job of the school heads. They should be committed to change and should employ strategies to meet the needs of the teachers and learners like buildings, books, library, and other needed resources.
Number 4. Parents. Parents are significant school partners. When children bring home a homework from school, some parents are unable to help. School needs to listen to parents' concerns about school curriculum like textbooks, school activities, grading system, and others. Parents may not directly be involved in the curriculum implementation, but they are formidable partners for the success of any curriculum development endeavor. Number 5. Community as the curriculum resources and a learning environment. Yes, it is true that the school is in the community, hence the community is the extended school ground, a learning environment. All the barangay leaders, the elders, other citizens, and residents of the community have a stake in the curriculum. It is the bigger school community that becomes the venue of learning. The rich natural and human resources of the community can assist in educating the children. The community is the reflection of the community's support. The last one, number 6. Other stakeholders in curriculum implementation and development. Some stakeholders may not have direct influence in the school curriculum. These are agencies and organizations that are involved in the planning, design, implementation, and evaluation of the school curriculum. These are, let us start with the government agencies. Example, DepEd, TESDA, and CHED. Agencies that have regulatory and mandatory authorities over the implementation of the curricula. Another example, Professional Regulation Commission and Civil Service Commission. The first agency certifies and issues teacher licenses to qualify one to teach, and the second affirms and confirms the appointment of teachers in the public schools. Another example, local government units include the municipal government officials and the barangay officials. Some of the teachers are paid through the budget of the LGUs. They also construct school buildings, provide equipment, support the professional development teachers, and provide school supplies and books. Let's proceed to non-government agencies. Non-government agencies are organizations and foundations that have the main function to support education. Example, Gawad Kalinga. To build communities means to include education. The full support of Gawad Kalinga in early childhood education is very significant. In each village, a school for preschool children and out-of-school youth have been established. A school curriculum, whether big or small, are influenced by many stakeholders. Each one has a contribution and influenced by many stakeholders. Each one has a contribution and influence in what should replace, modify, substitute the current curriculum. Each one has a significant mark in specific development and change process of the curriculum development.